Hello, I'm Sean. I'm here on another cafe of the day. Thank you for joining me. This is Loba Coffee Shop right at North Center. It's recommended from another place that I was here. I went to yesterday. Actually, my stuff's ready, so I want that to die. Thank you. What was your name again? Lilia. Thank you, Lilia. All right, so I just picked up my espresso from Lilia. This is a Colombia and Brazil blend. Sorry, just to jump in, but Loba was recommended from a shop that I really love, like Lucky Cat in Lincoln Park. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to come up here today and fit this one in. Oh, so brilliant. So I get a nice graham cracker, kind of a high graham cracker. It smells like it's going to be slightly acidic. Oh no, so the acidity's pretty medium on this, but oh my goodness, nice chocolate molasses. A little more sweet than I expected. Good acidity though. It is there. I'm getting a touch of citrus, kind of a nice bright note to it. This is a lovely espresso. Again, it's a morning espresso. I had that yesterday as well. I like these nice acidity morning espressos. It kind of wake you up and give you a sense of I don't know, a little ping to your day, get you started. I would imagine that would pair very well with some milk. I ordered the standard breve latte, and then the next one is going to be the signature. I can't remember what that was, but I'll find out in a second. Is this me? And this is the breve latte, and this is the fig. What's it called again? Figwood vanilla. Awesome, thank you. So Lilia took care of me here. We have the breve latte. So as I expected. Oh man. So when it pairs with the breve, I get it turns more over to like I guess it. I was gonna say milk chocolate, but because that coffee is a bit more powerful, I don't know if you've ever had like a fruit and nut bar by Cadbury. That's what it comes off as. You get that kind of that fruity taste. It's not a berry though, so I guess not exactly. It's be more like kind of a lemon citrus fruit and nut bar, lemon citrus chocolate, but dark chocolate. A little bit of that nuttiness, and then that kind of almond. It tapers to an almond at the end. This is really, really nice. That breve, I tell you what, it's very difficult to beat the sense, the mouthfeel of a breve. So we're moving on. We had the espresso that's a Ternura from what's the company? Little Waves Ternura. Let me go ahead and give them props here. This is the this is what we got. Little Waves Ternura. Yep. And so we're moving on. Let me cleanse a little bit and hydrate. This is the Figwood latte. Here we go. That's what this is. You can take a look at that. I do want to give props to Lilia for the latte art. It's still there. You can see it kind of stays quite a long. It's difficult to see, but there's she did some good latte art, brilliant stuff, and very nice. I get toffee and brown sugar. Uh, so it's not as nutty as I thought. But again, I don't necessarily get the. I guess a fig wood you would expect there be some fig. Not really getting much of the fig. Maybe I'm just not sensitive to it after the espresso and the latte. But this is a tasty drink, and it's so refreshing. I think I do like this. It's not sweet. I mean, it's sweet, but it's not super sweet. So you are going to have some sugar, but it's not knocking you over with a ridiculous amount of sweet. It is good, and it's something that you can sip or chug, but it's very good. So let's talk a little bit about this shop. If you are in North Center area, which is just right above Roscoe Village, on the Brown line, right? It's literally right off the Brown line stop and on Addison in North Central, North Center, sorry. And right now, I guess it's fairly new. So come up here and get in here where you can. The seating is at a premium. There are probably maybe 5 tables in here. So again, it's a quick shop. I would imagine for commuters that are about to hop on or getting off of the Addison stop on the Brown line. This is perfect on your way and on your way back home. You can stop in here and grab the caffeine that you need with some really nice pastry selection too. This is a woman-owned shop, and I hear good things about the owner. I would love to have been able to interview her today, but she's not in at the moment. But Lilia took care of me here, as well as Ellis, right, who is also on the cashier. They've been rocking the shop, and people are just walking all the way through without a problem. Like, I didn't wait. I waited maybe a minute and a half, just knocking it out. So they are cash less. So you're going to only be able to pay with your credit, or you could probably take out a loan. Not that expensive though. I had a couple of drinks. Actually, all three of my drinks: my espresso, my figwood, and my breve latte, cost about $20, and then of course the tip. So it's not necessarily a camp out shop. There is, I don't see much electricity around. I mean, there are a couple of places where you can plug in, but this is a pure coffee lover shop. Right, the extraction was perfect from Lilia. She, again, you could it. Oh, I want to see how this tastes cold. Much more tangy as it settles and cools. That's nice. So it's got a little bit more of an edge to it as it cools. That, I think it's largely because that acid gets, it tinges, and it's a good bitter, but it's something that I think would stay very well in a latte like this. So I'll probably wind up pouring the rest of that into this latte. This is a really good one. But back to the shop, pricing is probably upper middle. Um, it is a premium shop, but the prices don't necessarily reflect super premium. That's kind of right in that point where it's accessible, but still slightly more than what you'd expect. Again, we're going to do a walkthrough, and you'll have a look at or maybe the walkthrough at the beginning, right? I think I would usually put those in the beginning, so you can see all of the stuff that I do want to show you. Something that really caught my attention, and maybe I'll pop that in here as well. But they have these grinders that I've never seen before. So they're a La Marzocco shop. They've got a Linnea, I believe, that's back behind me, and they have these two grinders that are called the Swans. So, Lilia, were those the Swans that we called them? Swan grinders. Okay, I'll get a shot. Do you mind if I get a shot of those, Lilia? All right. Thank you. They've got those two grinders. I've never seen them before. Like, I guess they're brand new. She was saying that they're one of the first shops to get them. They look really outstanding. They're really cool. I don't know what the specs are on them. Maybe I'll try to look them up before I post this. But they look rad. Like, I want them in my shop. they look really cool. Anyway, well, I'll get into those as well. Maybe we'll do a separate section on those. But come up to Loba. Again, support women-owned shops. Sorry about that, buddy. Support women-owned shops and support local shops, and do what you can to keep those neighborhood shops alive, right? So that we don't subject ourselves to the super drink craze. Not that it doesn't have its place, right? But when you can find pure coffee, help support pure coffee. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining me today on another Cafe of the Day. I'm Sean. Enjoy the coffee.